Hello! Thanks for tuning in to Tech Talk Tuesday. My name is Brian Mursky and I'm the owner of Veranda Technologies. We're here in Brick Township and we service Monmouth, Ocean, and the surrounding New Jersey counties. So, like most of you, we got together with family this weekend for Easter. Happy holidays, everybody. And a familiar topic came up. I like talking about my future car, which is the Tesla, and people, for some reason, like talking about cool technology, and the topic of driverless cars came up. Specifically, there was a death involving a Tesla a week ago, and it's a misunderstood technology. It is a worrisome technology to many, and I wanted to talk for a few minutes about driverless technology, because it is pretty misunderstood, rather. And there's actually an entire set of levels, criteria, that's been adopted. They didn't create it, but the National Transportation Safety Board has adopted in the U.S. a set of levels. They go from level 0 through level 5, and it dictates the varying degrees of driverless technology. So I figured we'd start running through there, and then I wanted to talk for a minute or two about why, when the media says or covers, not so much that they're mandating or trying to skew the message, but it's misunderstood by the media too. So when they cover a story about a vehicle that was driving itself that hurts or kills somebody, people get the wrong idea. And I'll explain why I say that. So just run through the levels real quick so that people understand this, because it's coming, and you may drive a self-driving car one day. Your kids certainly will, assuming you have kids. Level 0 is pretty basic. Level 0 means the driver does everything. It's what we've been doing since the beginning of automobiles. Level 1 is a driver assistance level that basically means most functions are still covered by the driver, but a specific function like steering or braking or accelerating can be done by the car. Doesn't have to be, but it can. So that's pretty easy. Level 2. Level 2 is probably where Tesla claims to be right now, somewhere between 2 and 3. In level 2, and I'll read this right from the SAE, at least one driver assistance system of both steering and acceleration or deceleration, using information about the driving environment, is automated. So cruise control and lane centering, for example. It means that the driver is disengaged from physically operating the vehicle by having his or her hands off the steering wheel and off of the foot pedals simultaneously. The driver still must be ready to take control of the vehicle. So in the Teslas, and they're not the only ones with this technology, they're certainly more ahead than any other manufacturer at this point. In the Teslas, they have a feature called Enhanced Autopilot, EAP. It's basically cruise control on steroids. You set the car for the speed that you want to travel at. It not only keeps that speed, but it will keep the distance from the cars in front or behind you, and it will keep you in your lane. So as the lane goes left and right, up and down, cars brake, come to a complete stop, whatever, your car will do the same. So it's kind of like cruise control, except, it does a lot more. It keeps you centered in your lane. If there's an imminent crash, I believe it will also change lanes. It will exit that lane only if it's safe to do so. Level 3. Drivers are still necessary in level 3 cars, but are able to completely shift safety-critical functions to the vehicle under certain traffic or environmental conditions. Means that the driver is still present, will intervene if necessary, but is not required to monitor the situation in the car. So unlike level 2, where the driver is required to monitor, in level 3 they're not. Now Tesla still mandates that you monitor, so technically they're level 2. Their cars are probably capable of going a little bit beyond that. Level 4 is fully autonomous. Level 4 vehicles are designed to perform all safety-critical driving functions and monitor roadway conditions for an entire trip, and that's important. However, It's important to note that this is limited to the operational design domain of the vehicle, meaning it does not cover every driving scenario. And then level 5, autonomy, this refers to fully autonomous. It expects the vehicle's performance to equal that of a human driver in every driving scenario, including extreme environments like dirt roads that are unlikely to be navigated by driverless vehicles in the near future. So unmarked roads, roads without lane markings or lines on them. So we're operating level 2. Tesla drivers are largely operating level 2 at this point. Not everybody. I'm sure there are some that are not comfortable. And we've had a few deaths. And I tried to find the exact number, and I apologize, I failed. I believe there have been 3 deaths linked to Tesla with self-driving engaged. It's possible it's as high as 5, but I believe it's just 3. Why that's important? We've been testing this self-driving technology for a number of years, 4 or 5 years now. Tesla has. Their vehicles have driven roughly 5 billion miles, admittedly not all of them on self-driving, but Teslas have driven 5 billion miles, and there have been 3 to 5 fatalities involving self-driving technology. According to the NTSB stats, I'm pulling down a spreadsheet now, every year there are 33 to 37,000, that's 33 to 37,000 deaths by automobiles, fatal automobile accidents. Deaths, maybe multiple people in some of those accidents. It's not 37,000 accidents, it's 37,000 deaths. In 2016, it was 37,461 deaths. There is one death, one fatality, roughly every 94 million miles. So going on a 100 million mile baseline, you're looking at 1.1 to 1.5 deaths every 100 million miles. Teslas have driven 5 billion miles, that's with a B, and there have been 3. Not 3,000, not 300, not 37,000 per year, 3 total. Pretty good statistics. It's nearly impossible to compare apples to apples with this one because, again, we know how many miles, 5 billion in this case, and that was as of July of 2017, by the way. End of July 2017, it was 5 billion. We don't know how many of those were driven autonomously and at what level of autonomy. Some of those were clearly level 1, not level 2. Level 2 being more recently engaged. So it's hard to compare exactly, but what I can tell you is if you do the math fairly and openly, as I have tried to do, it's pretty clear that the driverless technology saves lives, not costs them. I know not everybody's going to want it, not everybody's going to use it. I will. I'll start, I'll be keeping my hands right there around the wheel, I'm sure, for the first several dozen trips that I go out, if I ever get my car. But hopefully next January through March, sometime in there, is what we're hoping. But I'm ready to embrace it. I love technology and automation, and I think the possibilities for companies, particularly fleet companies, to have driverless technology, it should affect pricing. It's definitely going to affect jobs as well, but it should affect pricing and manufacturing and everything else, transportation for sure. So looking forward to it personally. I know not everybody is, but I am, and I wanted to clear up some of the confusion about it. You should go out on YouTube, search some videos, not just Tesla, do a search for Tesla self-driving or just self-driving, you'll find others. There are a couple of guys who go out and play board games while the car's driving around. It's pretty funny. They'll set up Jenga or chess in between the seats. I know 2 people that use it on a regular basis. One uses it for his daily commute every day. So it's happening, it's coming, it's the future. If there's anything you want to know about this or any other technology at all, please give me a call, drop me a line, 732-743-5772. Helpdesk at verandatech.com. You can find us online at facebook.com/verandatech. Have a wonderful week. We will see you next time on Tech Talk Tuesday.